Hi guys, my name's Brooke Westcott, and today I want to talk to you about my semester experience through the speech course and my ceremonial speech. So the first thing I want to talk about my semester experience was I believe I have grown as a public speaker. I used to get really tensed up about speaking even when it was just for the camera, and then with this last ceremonial speech I noticed that I loosened up and wasn't as worried and knew I was prepared and I knew how to prepare for giving the speech. And I think that will help me later on in life. And then the most important thing that I learned from this class was probably citing information. Chapter 6 was my best friend. Chapter 6 was all about citing your information and citing your sources and doing it correctly and doing APA formatting. And my light just went off and I'm trying to turn it back on. So that was really important to me. And so on to my ceremonial speech. The purpose of this speech was to give praise to the certain person you chose. The person I chose was Beyonce Knowles, and I talked about her being a superstar on stage, her being a superstar off stage, and how she gained fame in her early life. Those were along the lines of my main topics. And then to make sure my ethos was high, I made sure that I had credible sources and I cited them correctly and I addressed appropriately and I used information that I knew my audience could understand. And then for my technology being adequately prepared, I did that. Our camera was charged and ready to go. I had my SD card, and then the next day at school, I took the SD card converter, plugged it in my computer, uploaded it, called it all good. And so I don't really think anything could have been done differently there. The lighting was pretty good. We had the tripod, we had the camera, SD card, we had everything ready to go. And then for my actual speech, things that felt really good with it is holding up the one and doing the nonverbal cues. I'm getting really good at that, and that's something that I'm finding that I like. But then at the same time, the odd thing is citing the sources. Though I've gotten better at it, I still am a little wary on it. I'm not like 100% on that. And then when I was developing my speech, I tried to keep it a little light and fun, even though I wanted to give a lot of information. So I wanted to give a lot of information, but I wanted to keep it nice and light. And then something that worked really well in my speech was, of course, my non-verbal cues. I hold up my 1, hold up my 2, hold up my 3, and I say first, second, and third, and so on. And then something that maybe didn't work was I think my note cards could have been a little better, because I looked down and I was like, oh, this isn't helping me. So if I had to give another speech, I would definitely work on writing my note cards and figuring out how I can do that to help me give better speeches in case I blank. And then, so the most important thing I think I've drawn from this class is chapter 6, which I think is like page 39, and it's citing the sources. Yeah, the ethos and pathos and logos part is really important to me too, but I really didn't know anything about citing your sources orally, and so chapter 6 was my best friend. And that's my journey through the semester and my ceremonial speech. Thanks.